Remember last year's amazing trip? That cute first birthday party? All those photos, all those memories can be freed from your phone with a Shutterfly photo book. Rediscover and share your favorite moments with those you love. You'll be amazed how easy it is to make a photo book with Shutterfly and enjoy it for years to come. Get 40% off orders over $29 with code POD40 at Shutterfly.com and make something that means something.
Hey, Atlanta. Apple is open for small business. That's right. We're here to make starting and running your business simpler. With privacy and security built in on all devices, it's easy for you to protect your customers' data. And if you need hardware or software support, you'll get advice from business experts at no cost whatsoever. So you can focus more on the soup du jour and less on, the other stuff. At Apple, we're open for your small business. Go to apple.com/small business or visit an Apple store to learn more.
Since you're new to H&R Block, we'll look at your returns from the last 3 years for any money your last guy might have missed for free.
I could get money back from last year?
You could. We'll find any mistakes.
Could have really used that 2 years ago when I dated that mistake for 5 months.
Don't leave money on the table. Switch to H&R Block and get a free second look review. Second look is included at no additional cost with the purchase of tax preparation. Results vary. All tax situations are different. Fees apply if you have us file an amended return.
Your neighborhood just got cooler with Kroger Delivery's refrigerated trucks. Simply order groceries at the same great prices online as in-store, and we'll bring them to you fresh every time. And if that wasn't cool enough, you can now earn 4 times the fuel points after 4 with your digital coupon. Choose a next-day Kroger Delivery time slot for 4 p.m. or later on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Must deliver by February 4th. Restrictions apply. See Kroger.com for details.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy, that's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
I've found that, you know me, I'm all Nick Cage all the time, right? That's my favorite actor. I have a healthy obsession for Nick Cage. I've enjoyed countless movies of Nick Cage in the Cinephobe universe. I'm not saying I like him better, but I think I like doing Seagal movies more than I like doing Nick Cage movies.
People who are great at taking pictures are called photogenic.
Yeah.
Seagal's a very cinephobe-genic option.
Yeah.
His movies, his characters, his acting, all of it, just perfect for cinephobe.
Because I think for a while we were like, oh, Wesley Snipes, oh, Sylvester Stallone, oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, these are the people that kind of fit a cinephobe type, right?
Yeah.
Travolta. I think it's Seagal.
Yeah, I know this isn't CT5, but if you had to CT5, what kind of a deal? What person gives you the most cinephobe-tastic movies?
Number 1 would be Young Frank Dukes. Number 2 would be Steven Seagal.
Well, you guys put him on the original episode art and then didn't pick one of his movies for 200 years.
Called a slow tease.
Was he on the original art?
Yes, he had a big-ass face on the original art.
So Amy Schumer was on there.
Yeah, we still haven't done Amy Schumer. Maybe she's the best cinephobe actress.
I promise she's not.
Haven't given her a fair shake, Zach.
Haven't given it a fair shake.
You're the one that doesn't want to shake her.
Nope.
Woo!
Nope, that's not a woohoo.
Not yet.
Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore.
You think this dude's going to take Ed down?
MVP is going to blow Ed out of the water.
He's the most valuable primate.
You betray the law.
I'm sorry, misogynist. Men are hoes too.
You've said hoes 58 times in this episode, and I'm the misogynist?
Are you unbelievable, man?
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
Yap about this and yap about that and yap all night long. Fucking yap.
It was in my dream. That's not how I feel.
It is how you feel. It was in your dream.
Some of us like to be prepared.
How are you not taking accountability for your mind?
Because I know I'm lying. Like, I know for a fact I'm lying.
You sick little bitch.
It was awful. It was incredibly boring. It was long. It was stupid. It was horribly written. The acting was terrible. It was a huge piece of shit. You're a fraud. It's a phobe.
So everybody just be very respectful.
But he's dead now, right? So we can't make fun of him?
Is he dead? No, if he's dead, we can make fun of him. If he's still sick, we can't.
Hold on.
If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
Whenever I hear numbers, my head converts them into chess moves or seats at the garden.
I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be cool, and then you got blarted.
You tried to take AIDS on me in the T-Rex episode?
That's my fault for not remembering what century I was in, bitch.
It's been a good run. Thanks for playing. See you at the eulogy.
You want the punani?
I don't require Ed to have a condom because I trust him.
Anthony, you're going to be busy today, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing new, chef.
Host! I am an alcohol segregationist.
That thing's going to move up like R. Kelly.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
You got horses. What you need are thoroughbreds.
Sometimes my emotions are just roaring like a T-Rex.
That's a lot of pussy.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin and Mayes. That's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify, or 7 years from now, we're going to attack you with our hog and revenge.
Come back.
We're going to come back. The ponytail.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for Marked for Death. 41.5% phobe. 58.5% file.
Yeah, file it.
That's a low percentage.
I thought it would be 80, 90% file.
Something like that. 75.
You expect some bingos, but not nearly half.
Not 2/5.
Oh, it's 3/5.
Speaking of percentages, Christy Newberry said the posse phenomenon is estimated to be a fraction of 1% of the Jamaican population. Therefore, that's why so many white stuntmen were used in the action scenes. Posse stuntmen were unavailable.
Well, I don't know if that is what happened.
It sounds right.
No,
I'll accept it.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Oh, you think the posses represent a larger percentage of the Jamaican population?
I don't think you have to have a posse person as a stuntman.
You do. Does the film depict posse people doing these things? Then you need posse stuntmen to step in for them.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's exactly how it works.
No, we've had white actors with Asian stuntmen before.
When?
Didn't that happen in Simon Says?
Half Past Dead.
Steven Seagal doesn't count.
It's a Steven Seagal movie.
Say he doesn't count.
Two Seagal there.
Spotify's where you can leave a comment like Ken Mode 15, who said, "My marriage is going well, but I'd give it another 6 to 8 months of making Cinephobe references and she'll be gone. I got you, Zach. Looking out for you."
Yeah.
I thought you were going to clip in. Not yet. Has she left him?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Why?
Not yet.
Cincinnati Lou said, "Zach will have to cut my head off because I will never listen to this podcast on Spotify." Cincinnati Lou left that comment on Spotify.
Well, that's confusing.
He went in there to leave a comment, but he didn't listen.
Okay.
Well, you better.
I'll take the comment and the rating.
Leave us a review. Leave us a comment. Make sure you're checking out the CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, rewatching and live events past, present, and future, early episodes, access and discounts on live show tickets, Discord access, and all the extra content across the CTD network.
I just had a brilliant idea.
Oh boy.
You and I should both get soundboards. Programmed just like Maze. And now we all have the power.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet, but someday we should.
Pretty good deal, right? Then Maze doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to steal it.
No, we buy it. We're not going to steal the soundboard. Yeah, why would we do that?
Steal the idea.
Oh.
And then you could coach us both up.
I don't need coaching.
How come you coach him but not me?
How come you coach him?
Coach him.
I'd love to see you try.
You don't have the technology or the steady hands to pull off a procedure like that. So, peace.
If a submission submitted, reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. We hit episode 250, started a brand new Daisy Chain.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
So Amin had us running around with our Taffer arms flopping about like our ponytail as we battled the voodoo magic of crack-dealing twins and Marked for Death. Mayes used a pick swap to link us with killer twins to have us put on some opera music and homoerotically flirt our way through accepting murderous rampage in the Boondock Saints. Mayes then used Irish last names to take us to Aruba so we could sort of fight snowmen who were attacking the kidnapped godfather of diddling in Red 1.
With cheeks, by the way.
Amin used resignation letters to get us full of bourbon to make poor decisions and have our eyebrows figure out how to battle terrorism in London Has Fallen. Now it's finally my turn, and I'm using delayed revenge.
Not yet.
To give us the 1990 martial arts, action, crime, drama, thriller, Hard to Kill.
Vigilante action thriller.
Vigilante West is back. How about that?
So my question is...
He's not a vigilante, though.
Is he after the coma?
Oh, I guess he's not a cop anymore. Well,
he's not a cop anymore, yeah.
They didn't fire him, though. He didn't retire.
How does that work? If you don't show up to work for 7 years, do you still work there?
Good question. Well, Ben Simmons does.
Oh, also, Zach, he wasn't assigned the case. He just went on his own accord to go exact revenge.
But it's in his jurisdiction, right?
No.
I don't know.
He does threaten to arrest people at certain points. So it is very much a gray area, but I think it is a vigilante.
Interesting.
Not at all a gray area. He's just saying shit.
Well, that's the whole movie, I mean.
You guys believe in him. He's just saying shit.
I believe everything he says.
Him just saying shit is a gray area. Welcome to Steven Seagal movies.
Hard to Kill stars Steven Seagal, Kelly LeBrock, and William Sadler.
R.I.P.
Seagal is repeat offender for Half Past Dead, The Glimmerman, and Marked for Death.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He had Above the Law in 88, this movie in Marked for Death in 90, and then Out for Justice in 1991. Kelly was in Weird Science, Wrongfully Accused, and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Sadler, you know from Die Hard 2, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Shawshank Redemption, and The Grudge. I love Bill Sadler.
First time on Cinephobe.
Bonnie Burrows from Easy A. Frederick Coffin from Wayne's World.
Bonnie Burrows also from Wearing Hitler's Pants.
What?
It's a movie.
Branscombe Richmond. Repeat offender from
I haven't seen it in my algorithm.
Action Jackson, Karate Kid 3, and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Nick Corello, repeat offender from Blank Man and Marked for Death. Justin DeRosa, repeat offender from Tango and Cash. Tony Perez, repeat offender from The Pest and Delta Farce. Dean Norris, repeat offender from Lawnmower Man, Money Train, Heartbreak Kid, and Fool's Paradise.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Buddy Joe Hooker.
What a name.
Repeat offender from Last Action Hero, Batman and Robin, Jade, and Money Talks.
Roadhouse and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Philip Whelan, repeat offender from Predator 2 and Tango and Cash. And one more credit, Geraldo Rivera.
You didn't say it right, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
You didn't want to go for the Louis Pinnock this time around, huh?
That's
London Has Fallen was enough for you.
I got to give it a rest, you know. I got to pick my spots.
Not yet.
Hard to Kill is directed by Bruce Malmuth.
So you know how in Marked for Death you said Seagal movies tell a story?
Mm-hmm.
I like the story that Bruce Malmuth's resume tells.
Pretty incredible.
You ready for this, Amin?
Yeah, hit me.
Foreplay.
Okay.
Nighthawks. That's Hawks.
Got it.
The man who wasn't there.
And one more.
Where are the children?
Where are the children?
Foreplay, Nighthawks, the man who wasn't there. Where are the children?
It's a full arc.
He's not credited in Karate Kid 3, but he's the ring announcer in Karate Kid 1 and 2. So he's got to be in the footage for 3 when they flash back.
Yeah.
He's got to be a repeat offender, but it wasn't listed there.
Someone with a Malmuth strikes me as someone who would pronounce our deal as oral deal.
If you expect me to be punching bad, you can forget about our deal.
If you expect...
Could you please push them all at once?
Not yet. If you punching bad, you can forget about our deal.
Oh my God.
Play the ordeal one again.
If you expect me to be punching bad, you can forget about our deal.
Does he say if you respect me?
Expect.
If you expect.
Play it again.
If you expect me to be punching bad, you can forget about our deal.
100% says respect. If you respect me to be.
Remember when we looked up what he's up to now? We found his LinkedIn.
Pierre Ruffini.
He got all those math problems wrong on LinkedIn or whatever it was, or Facebook.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
This movie was written by Stephen McKay. He wrote Diggstown.
What?
Diggstown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Also, Darkman 2, The Return of Durant.
What kind of a town?
And The Magic of Christmas 2.
Synopsis for Hard to Kill. Targeted by the mob and its political supporters, hired assassins leave LAPD detective Mason Storm for dead. 7 years later, he recovers from a deep coma, demanding justice and the opportunity to get even.
Mason Storm. What a fucking name, man.
Mason Storm.
CT5 names? Maybe.
Hired assassins? I'm not too sure about. And then also...
They're just goons.
Demands is a funny way to phrase what he does at the end.
Oh, he demands justice.
He demands it.
Tagline, he's LA Detective Mason Storm. 3 hired assassins left him for dead, and he's waited 7 years to even the score.
That's a long tagline.
That's so close to the synopsis.
He also didn't wait 7 years. He was in a coma.
Well, he did.
No, he wasn't waiting.
He was forced to wait.
He was not waiting.
Not by choice.
2 alternate taglines.
Not yet.
The star of Above the Law is back. Now, Steven Seagal is hard to kill.
He's not Nico.
Well, he was in Above the Law. And then other one, Nico's back. And this time, he's even more harder to kill.
Even more harder to kill?
Even more harder to kill.
Holy shit. Could that be my golden dumpster?
The name of the movie is Hard to Kill. Why would they go grammatically incorrect?
I don't know.
They couldn't kill him in Above the Law, and now he's even more harder to kill.
But the name of the movie is Hard to Kill.
You want to get more harder? Blue Chew, people.
If he was in Hard to Kill and then he was in Above the Law, you could do that.
Gotta get a boner pill. Sponsorship, man.
You could do that grammatic nightmare.
There's like even higher above the law.
The law.
The law. Ordeal.
$11.5 million estimated budget, grossed $47.4 million US and worldwide. It's a hit.
They loved him in the studios.
I had 75.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Studios love that motherfucker.
Sorry about this, but I had to do it. Before we jump into this movie, listen to the rest of this podcast. This is a rental.
So we're renting all the Seagal movies this year, huh? Is that the deal? What kind of a deal?
They can't all be rentals.
First 2 have been.
I know. Hard to Kill receives 33% on 15 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but 47% from the audience on over 25,000 ratings. Amin, check the positive or the negative reviews.
Not quite a DQ, folks. Let's get the positives.
Positive reviews.
DQ is double qualifier, Zach. I don't know if you know that.
No, it's not what it means. It means Dairy Queen.
Call them DQs.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
David Nusser of Real Film Reviews. A fairly ludicrous premise that's employed to impressively entertaining effect.
Luda!
This might shock you. Glad you're sitting down. Positive review. Brian Orndorff of Blu-ray.com.
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Well,
do I make you own, eh?
It's a highly amusing motion picture with a distinct 80s action feel matched perfectly to Seagal's limitations as an actor and his endearing way with limb snappings.
All right, this is what I want both of you guys to do. I want you guys to say the name Brian Orndorff, but say it as young Frank Dukes.
We got a bad review from Brian Orndorff.
Is your name Jeff?
Brian Orndorff.
Bill Clark of From the Balcony. Brainless entertainment, and I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
No, this guy. Yeah, I'm above it all. Shut the fuck up. Go back to your balcony.
Caffeinated Clint of Movie Hole. One of Seagal's better actioners. Entertaining. I hate the word actioner.
Yeah.
I hate when reviewers use that.
It's a repeat offender on this podcast.
It is. Robert Roden, Laramie Movie Scope.
Laramie Cigarette Company from The Simpsons. I keep thinking that.
One of Steven Seagal's best films, but that's not saying much. Really a positive, but user Todd B, 5 out of 5 stars.
Ah, yes, Todd B.
Good movie. I saw it with cousins, aunt, and uncle in the Ritz theaters, then on Comcast. When I got older, I bought it on digital. Powers, Steve, and Kelly.
Zach Harper, aka Todd B.
Bad review.
Yeah, the review is about all the places he saw it.
All the different formats he had this movie on. Congratulations.
User Howard H, 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hawks.
They're going to say Howard Heck, The Ringer. Seagal at action best. Predictable at times, but you know what you're in for before.
I've met a couple of young ladies who are predictable.
Blank user 5 out of 5. Seagal deserved an Academy Award for this outstanding movie, and you can take that to the bank.
Yes.
He thought he did.
He did. $75 million worldwide.
Worldwide.
You can forget about deal.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Andrew Saris, a video review.
I'm sorry.
Miss Jackson.
I never meant to hurt you.
The choreography of violence is competent enough to satisfy the more violence-addicted sector of the video public. For even a modicum of redeeming charm, wit, or humor, however, Seagal is clearly no Schwarzenegger.
Amin raised his hand at that segment of the public.
I'll raise mine too, man. I'll put them both up. I'll put them way up. Bang!
You, sir. Touch some sky.
Juan Carlos Cotto of Miami Herald.
Miguel Cotto.
Greg Cotto. Chris Cotto.
Really?
Hard to Kill, which is even less subtle than its title, is all show and no depth. I don't know if I agree with that.
What are they looking for? You don't agree with no depth? You think there was depth?
I don't know if it's all show.
What about even more harder to kill?
Yeah.
Well, he is more harder to kill, yeah.
Yep.
Scott Weinberg of eFilmCritic.com.
Do the voice.
Even Seagal's best movie is unwatchably bad.
But you watched it.
User Dustin M, half star out of 5.
Dusty.
Wow, I can't believe the title.
Wow.
User Alan M, 1 out of 5 stars.
Alan Menken.
They have edited and cut bits out, and considering you have to be 18 on this site and you buy or rent them, I think it's totally disgusting to be putting the edited version on this site.
It is disgusting.
You're on Rotten Tomatoes. What are you talking about?
Why are you renting it from Rotten Tomatoes?
That's not even a thing.
They edited and cut parts out of the movie that was in theaters.
No, that's all one take.
Is he saying like a censored version?
Director's cut.
It was the same deal with Mark for Death. They cut a bunch of extra footage out of the movie. So I don't know what version he thinks he's going to get somewhere.
User William D, 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Bill Dick.
I thought you were say William Darper.
Oh, oops.
This was an okay movie to pass the time. There is no need to watch it more than once. Last negative review, blank user 1.5 out of 5. Benefits from being very 80s. A cheesy 80s actioner that thinks it's more than it is. At this point, Seagal was lean and mean, married to his co-star Kelly LeBrock, parentheses, very hot, and seeming to have the world at his feet. It seems silly nowadays, but back in the early 90s, it was pretty good. But the film has flaws.
Santa Claus.
First is Kayla Brock's role. She is stupidly good looking for a nurse and so unbelievable.
Yep.
That's nurse work.
What, fucking Seagal?
Second, the film lacks action. And when you do get the action, it is more than stupid. The plot revolves around dirty cops that IA was investigating, but they act like henchmen. One cop goes to hospital to kill him and kills 2 people in front of a witness. Very silly. Surely even a dirty cop does not want to get caught. Unlike previous Seagal movies, the bad guys here don't work. With mobsters and gang thugs, it was fun to see him beat up on, but for this sort of action thriller, they need more finesse. Fun for nostalgic reasons, but the worst of Seagal's early Hollywood roles.
It's a long-ass review.
Yeah, I just like the very hot. Too good looking to be a nurse.
Parentheses, very hot.
There's some good looking nurses out there, man.
I know.
That's a dated review, I would say.
I mean, Ben Stiller and Meet the Parents.
Fokker.
Hardly knew her. We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages, unless you are a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings. You get an ad-free episode right meow.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Amin, what is your first note?
Well, it's a Seagal movie, so you know I had to watch the trailer. Steven Seagal is Mason Storm, a cop working undercover until his cover was blown. They thought they'd seen the last of him, but Mason Storm is hard to kill. Now, the climate is right for revenge.
Maze, same note too.
He hit that D so hard.
It's hard.
Mason Storm is about to hit back. Steven Seagal is hard to kill. Take that to the bank. I can't do a good Seagal.
The blood bank.
Mason Storm. Horrible name.
What?
It's trying so hard.
Oh, man.
They do say the full name a lot.
I said the full name the whole time.
They try too hard in the movie, but I think the name itself isn't trying too hard.
They're really trying to hammer it home. Yes, the movie is what ruins the name. That's a better clarification. Maze?
Seagal is carrying what I thought was a sniper rifle folded up in his arms. Nope. When he puts on the headphones, I learned that's not a sniper rifle. That is a massive video camera.
Same note too.
He said his cover was blown. He blew his cover.
Same note too, bro.
He's the one.
He blew it in the clumsiest fucking way possible.
Right away. I know. He's not getting any picture or sound.
No.
What?
And put a pin in that. Put an acupuncture needle in that, actually.
Was it smoking?
It lights some wasabi on the end of it?
Because we will be back at the very end of the movie for look at this photograph to show you just how good the picture and sound he got is.
My first note, I'm actually really annoyed that Above the Law and Under Siege don't qualify. 6 of his first 8 movies qualify. What a robust catalog for Cinephobe.
Your first note was just coming back to some shit we talked about already.
This guy came out of the gates saying, hey, someday there's going to be a podcast about these movies. I'm going to provide. He's a provider.
Oh, man. When you were telling the story last night, you had so much detail. The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, yes. This opening scene, like Mayes said, this is the biggest camera equipment ever.
Wait, did we have the opening scenes or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
The guitar riff?
The guitar riff.
Here's what happened. Bow. Don't use that, but like something cooler. Now it's time for the scenes. Here's what happened. Bow. Same note as Mayes. I thought it was a sniper rifle.
That's a menage a note. I thought it was weaponry. He's about to blow these people away. These people are all in a very, very 20 CB alley.
Behind the warehouse.
I didn't even need to see any humans. I saw the alley and I said, I wonder if some sort of deal is going to happen here.
What kind of a deal?
Seagal walks up. Why is he walking like that? I said he's walking like Sherry O'Terry in that one Seinfeld episode.
Because he's the least sneaky man that's ever existed.
Do you mean Molly Shannon?
Oh, it's a Molly Shannon, my bad.
Where she doesn't move her arms?
But then Elaine brings it up to her, and so now she brings up her arms in a very exaggerated fashion.
Yeah.
That's how Seagal walks right there.
I'm so happy we got the silhouette of his ponytail.
I wonder who it is.
No idea.
And as he gets into position, he loudly says,
"Come on, let's go, guys. I'm missing the Oscars."
Banter?
This is a movie about the Oscars.
Is it ever?
First and foremost.
It's the first 15 minutes about the Oscars.
I thought he was going to go.
It got progressively bigger in my notes. Seagal is obsessed with the Oscars. Seagal is obsessed with the Oscars.
Now, do you think it's because at this point of his young career, he still thinks, oh shit.
Because this is movie 2.
I might be able to do this.
Yeah.
And maybe I just need to pander a little bit about how great the Oscars are. Quid pro quo, right?
I do think he thought he was going to get an Oscar.
For this or in general?
But then by the time we get to the Glimmer Man and he doesn't know what Casablanca is, he's going backwards.
That's him fighting back.
Yeah.
That's the middle finger, yeah.
That's the fuck you to the Oscars.
Just so that we can set up that he's in a coma for 7 years, we get 1983 Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. You could just put 7 years later.
No, we need to know. They pay it off, Zach.
Do they?
They do. When we get to Becker in the station and he's watching Oscars and they're like, and for Gandhi, Ben Kingsley, yeah!
They did really hammer that home, yeah.
That's the payoff.
We've got John Belushi, Calabrese Sausage, and Seagal can't figure out who the other mystery guests are.
This whole opening scene is some heavy exposition. The more I think about the Seagal movies that we do, we're laying out all the exposition we need for the rest of the movie right now.
Exactly.
He's big on that.
They front load it.
90 minutes and front load exposition so that we can get to me tossing guys around.
Except for the exposition of how we got to the alley and why he has a camera. Don't bother giving us that. That's assumed.
Well, he's a cop.
All you need to know is Spaghetti Lasagna's making a deal to kill a senator.
We hear, murder is a very serious business, my friend, and an expensive one. You're going to be very well compensated, Mr. Calabrese. Money now, and a lot more when I get in that office.
When I get in that ass.
And you can take that to the bank.
20 CB. They couldn't use that enough.
My favorite part is when O'Malley says, I listened to this tape 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
He says it 4 times.
Bad at his job.
And the biggest fucking senator now, 7 years later.
He's not a detective for a reason.
What?
He's not politically active. He doesn't like to engage in that type of stuff.
It would be like I had surveillance on a guy and he kept saying get her done. But I couldn't figure out if there was any recurring themes or verbal tics or anything.
No patterns of speech.
This evil comedian now who's sleeveless with a whole lot of arm meat. I don't know where he came from.
I watched one 90-minute movie and I was inundated with it. This guy listened to a 6-minute tape or whatever 100 times.
100 times.
Over 7 years.
They're going to kill a senator with a plane crash.
Not necessarily a plane crash in general. They're going to kill him.
But also, Seagal doesn't know
how to work audio equipment.
Who's at the meeting. Because he says, not whispering, out loud, Calabrese, I know you, but who are these other mystery guests?
He wants him out of the shadows.
It's so stupid. He hides like Jean-Claude Van Damme at a tomato packing plant.
Not even.
He hides like Steven Seagal breaking into Screwface's headquarters.
Up on the roof during a party.
In plain sight.
This actually made me appreciate Starsky and Hutch even more because he's got the exact same surveillance equipment as Huggy Bear when he goes to the golf course.
Yes.
He's got a full-on tape recorder.
It's Talk Boy quality because that recording is perfect.
It's the opposite of the video.
It's perfect because he's 5 feet away. I could see your car.
Well, he turned the lights off at some point. Not as he's following them, but as he parked.
He's in the papers every day. Next time I read about him, better be in the obituaries.
That's tough guy talk, big time.
And as they notice him by sending one guy down the alley after him, that's when Sadler steps into the light. Perfect key light.
Yeah.
Seagal knocks this dude out, runs away.
If we complained about last time that the clip wasn't long enough, guess what? They gave us a fucking plethora of footage of Seagal running and his arms flopping around like Sal Volcano doing the double Dutch dance that he does.
He's in danger, right? He's being chased. And his move is, I'm going to go to a liquor store and buy some champagne so I can fuck my wife?
He doesn't go to the liquor store yet.
Oh, that's right.
We get TGT from the assemblyman.
Whoever that son of a bitch is, I don't want him to get an hour older.
Oh, he won't, Mr. Assemblyman. Ass on for this fat fuck kissing his ass.
It's Calabrese, man. Come on, hey.
Call Sergeant Becker. Watching the Oscars.
Thank Kingsley for Gandhi, and he won a shit ton of money on DraftKings. Let me just say that right now.
We see that native Hawaiian Branscombe Richmond is playing a Latino.
Oh, for sure.
By saying, "Mi amigo, are you deaf?"
He's so locked into the Oscars and Ben Kingsley that
he's not picking up the phone.
Storm on 3.
Calabrese got his ass on candid camera tonight.
Reference.
Full of shit. Nope. Him and his pet cockroach Valerio got them both on film and audio laying out of here. 2 other guys were in there. I couldn't quite make them up, but I think they'll come up on the film. I think this is the big one, Carlito. Got our own little Academy Award here, and I think it's going to be good. You ready?
Him saying what I had written down, Picasso Rotes, is pet cockroach, but his pronunciation is unhinged. Louis Pinnock.
I rewound it 3 times. I couldn't figure it out.
And he, once again, is looking for his own little Academy Award. He's obsessed with the Oscars.
Because he's got video? Dark, grainy video?
Yeah, he's got him on candid camera. He got it.
But did he?
He doesn't know who it is, but he's got all the evidence he needs. Don't worry about it.
Now, I mean, there's no way to know that there are any dirty cops in this scenario, right?
Well,
it's a clean precinct.
Funny you should mention that because they're listening in on the line.
Oh.
And I urge everyone who's listening to this podcast right now to pause and go to YouTube and look at this photograph because the answer is there. He tells Becker, don't tell anybody, nobody but us knows about this. And I said, you be in the NSA, motherfucker, because you're such a great cop and you work in this dirty ass precinct and you had no idea.
The scene ends extremely prematurely. It's like something got cut out. It's crazy.
He's off the clock, man. He's going home to fuck.
Goes to the liquor store.
You got any champagne?
Oh, sure. It's right over there next to the caviar.
That was funny.
Yeah, great.
You got any champagne?
Caviar.
Banter.
Once again, obsessed with the Oscars.
So, how come you're not watching the Oscars tonight?
The Oscars?
Yeah, the Oscars.
I hate the Oscars.
You're not having a good time, huh?
I mean, who needs the goddamn movies anyway?
Put in the intro.
I got a show in here every single night.
Yeah?
Then you got horror, sex, freaks, violence. And I don't gotta pay no $4 either.
20 CB. $4? You couldn't get a fucking soda for $4 at a movie theater.
That's what I paid to watch this shit.
Well, maybe you should film it. You could get your own show, you know?
Oh, I'll be great in a porno, huh?
Why?
Yeah, baby, I'm horny too.
Some street toughs get in there.
What ethnicity are they?
I'm going to guess Mexican.
There's one white guy. Token white guy. There is a Asian man.
The lead is someone who says, you remember me, viejo?
They tease him about being bald. He says, where's a goddamn cop when you need one? They're all out eating donuts.
I'll tell you what, it's an old cliche. This Elmer Fudd shotgun that the guy has.
Oh my God.
You're robbing places with this thing?
This liquor store owner, one of the dumbest people we've ever had in Cinephobe.
He says, take it, man. Take my life savings. And Mayes, I want you to clip super bad.
$7? Are you fucking serious? This isn't enough for anything. What are you, a 6-year-old?
All I have, man. That's all I have.
This guy has street toughs who have been in there before. There's a familiarity that's been established. They have shotguns.
A shotgun.
And a knife.
He gives him his $7, grabs a baseball bat and threatens him.
Very half-assedly
Buddy.
murdered.
Immediately blown right through the chest. That's a big fucking hole.
When he holds up the bat, he says, I got half a mind to... And after they shoot him, now you only got half a mind. Seagal walks up till the gun is in his throat, points out there's only 4 guys. And he's only got 1 shot left. Takes the gun away. He flips the guy over, throat punch. The tattooed guy is barking orders at the white guy. What are you doing on the ground?
He's a punk. Get him, man. I said, that's TGT talk for someone who hasn't got his hands dirty.
To be fair, he had a clearly rubber knife.
Picks up the shotgun and he tells weird dude with the knife, oh, I know what you're thinking.
Mine's bigger than yours, right?
He puts it down. Then he gets on his knees to further even the odds. Come my heart out. Meanwhile, the shop owner gushing blood out of his chest.
You want to take your time a little bit more so you make sure this guy's dead?
He disarms Knife Man. He breaks his foot. We got to have bone cracking because it's a Seagal movie. And we cut to the ambulance and the cops are there. And someone says, looks like you won the Oscar tonight, Storm.
What is this obsession? Also, did he steal that champagne and stuffed monkey?
Yes. He absolutely, I said golden dumpster.
Stuffed monkey ass off.
Yes, that too.
Takes the champagne and stuffed animal home. Listens to the tape of the Talk Boy recording of Calabrese. Still can't figure out Sadler's voice. It's bothering him though.
20 CB, by the way, switching cassettes.
Decides to put that in his pocket.
He got a separate audio channel of recording?
It's 1983.
It's 1983. We don't have video and audio on the same track. I mean.
Oh, I thought he was doing like us for fidelity's sake. Like camera's one thing.
No.
Not a backup. That's the original.
That's the system.
He's hoping that the champagne will put his wife in the mood. When he turns off the lights,
okay,
his whole house is red lit though.
What's happening?
Clip TLC.
I'll give you the red light special all through the night. Baby, it's yours if you want it tonight. Just come through my door, take off my clothes, and turn on the red light.
We're going to start there. And then we're going to play it in the background as we explain to the listener. When I say bathed in red light, I don't mean there's a tinted light.
No, it's Kenny Rogers Roasters.
We are in fucking Amsterdam in the district.
Yes.
You turn the hall light off, now it's red.
It's all red.
You know they're gonna fuck.
And you know why?
It's a filmmaking thing so that they could still see it.
Nope. It serves as a warning to the bingo child. When this light's on like this, you do not come down that hallway. Don't open the door. Red light means stop. Green light, you can go.
But of course, this bingo kid has to get involved.
He's had 6 cookies and a glass of orange juice before bed. That kid's not going to sleep.
That's a bad mother.
Bribery as well.
And then it oddly turns into a religious movie.
Seagal gives him the monkey. There's this horrific prayer, father, son.
Message.
Hit me with the who's that man?
Who's that man? Dad!
They've never met before.
Combination.
It's a mess. Seagal can't have any family in a movie. I'm never going to buy it.
No. Never once.
Well, you can have a family if they're murdered.
I can't see them before they get murdered.
You just got to walk up to the house and the house has to explode.
That's it.
We're done mentioning the Oscars though, right?
Johnny Carson is doing Academy Award jokes while they're drinking their champagne.
Champagne.
Seagal had a shitty day. Blood on his shirt. Not my blood.
Someone else's blood is on his shirt and she's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's a cop.
I'm ravenous.
That's the job.
Is that the job?
People knew how sweet you are. They'd never be scared of you.
They start making out, fall onto the bed. Johnny Carson says, okay, we'll try to squeeze it in. Right as he's squeezing her ass, I said, Kinema.
I do like Seagal casting his wife in a movie, but not as his wife, then putting in a sex scene with a lot of groping with another woman.
He groped the shit out of her, and I was like, that doesn't look like Kelly LeBrock. And then I realized, oh, that's not Kelly LeBrock.
That marriage lasted, right? Him and Kelly LeBrock?
No.
Oh.
3 masked gunmen coming up the red light district stairs.
Same note too.
Seagal saying, I love you. I'm calling bullshit. Ass on. Don't believe it.
No.
He hears the sound of latex gloves snapping and he says, I know I don't have any condoms around here, so.
Filthy, you'll love it.
Obviously, there must be someone in the hallway.
That's what threw it.
It couldn't possibly be my bingo child who's been traipsing about.
These people walked up the stairs, heavy ass footsteps. It's the snap of the latex that set his fucking alarms off.
It burst in.
Early Seagal was not good action. I always think of, oh yeah, when he was thin and everything, he still doesn't know how to do a fight scene.
Him getting shot, you didn't like that? I liked it.
It's very easy to lose track of where the gunmen are in this room.
It's a huge room.
There's some bad editing, some bad sight lines.
Huge room. It's a 6x6. What are you talking about?
Huge.
There's barely a twin bed in there.
He takes a shot to the chest, but still breaks the dude's hand. Gets shot from behind or the side. I can't quite tell. Somehow falls and somersaults backwards. His wife is splattered with blood. She screams until she gets killed.
She's ass off screaming.
What's the bad guy's plan? Is it to murder?
Yeah.
Then why did they go and fucking firing?
They did.
They didn't. They're taking turns.
Everyone wants a shot at it, Zach.
It wasn't a well choreographed action scene.
No!
I'm with you there. The fighting is okay, but the gunshots, yeah, this was bad. There's also an extended slow motion blink as he shoots Seagal. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, the close up on the eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, they're also going after Becker, the other cop, who also has a red light at his place.
And also is watching Johnny Carson.
What was the Oscars tonight? I mean, I don't know if you heard.
Is he eating a TV dinner? He's got a TV dinner tray in front of the bed.
Becker's death. He's so ass off. He gets shot and flies like the dude from Hurricane Smith.
I've had a lot of old wrestling videos in my TikTok algorithm.
Mm.
He flies like someone selling a Cold Stone stunner.
Cold Stone, yeah. Cheesecake ice cream, some chocolate chips. Yeah. Sold it.
I think the famous one was The Rock goes flying. That's Becker in here.
Becker is beating it on the corner of his bed right there.
Well, I don't think he was beating it.
He's absolutely beating it. He's by himself.
He was eating.
You see where he lives?
You don't beat it and eat at the same time.
Yes, you do.
What?
You got to multitask. You want to watch Carson, you want to jerk off, got to have dinner. You do all three at the same time.
He's got no family. He's got no obligations. He's off the clock.
You think he's like the assailants who shot Seagal? They got to go one at a time? No, he knows how to multitask. All three at once.
Unless you're beating off to Carson. You're going to beat off and then you're going to eat.
What if you accidentally cum in your food?
Okay, back to Seagal, draped over his dead wife in a sea of blood and feathers.
Well, okay.
Sonny comes walking out as they plant drugs at the scene.
Well, let's sprinkle some crack on him and get out of here.
Except they put a Costco-sized bag of cocaine in the drawer. I was like, guys, come on, man.
Hey, he likes to party.
They think they have all the tapes, chase Sonny. He jumps out a window and escapes.
This 6-year-old jumped out a window?
He's got his dad's athleticism.
And that's not even the most Sean Astin part of Sonny's escape. We'll get to that later.
Oh, my God.
I do like how he calmly walked down the hall after hearing screaming and gunshots, but then I remembered the red light was on, and so mom and dad sometimes have some wild-ass sex.
We're at a hospital. Sadler is giving an interview about Seagal. Turns out they worked on several cases together.
Sadler's ass off.
The actor playing Captain Hullen is ass off portraying someone who is ass on.
Absolutely.
Being sad about the things that happen.
Dead wife with a bracelet comes through. O'Malley wants to talk to him. And Holland is talking shit. What is he, a national treasure?
They always said Storm was superhuman. You know why? He was jacked up on coke the whole time.
You're the captain.
Yeah, he's in on it though, Zach. That's the whole thing.
Be less obvious.
Everyone in LAPD is dirty except for O'Malley, Becker, and Mason Storm.
And Furman.
O'Malley is pissed. He shoves the shit out of Hullen and says, I ever hear you talking that puke again, I'll lose my badge in order to put you where you belong. Ladies and gentlemen, TGT.
I love this guy too. He's the cop in Wayne's World.
Say, I smell bacon. Does anyone else smell bacon?
Yeah, I definitely smell a pork product of some type.
Yeah. I know what you're doing, Campbell. Bacon, pig, oink, oink, police officer. I used to say that to cops when I was your age.
He calls Storm the most unstoppable son of a bitch I ever knew.
Yeah, well, he got stopped tonight.
Zing.
He's dead. Beep, bop, boop.
You are dead.
The doctor comes up to him, only O'Malley, and says, he's alive.
What?
Bill Noir.
What, was he half past dead? How is he all of a sudden alive now?
Oh, shit. Maybe that's where Seagal got the idea.
Of course it is.
I heard that Mason Storm went half past dead and came back.
22 minutes.
O'Malley's going to keep it a secret, then finds the tape in his jacket. He bullies the doctor into making Storm vanish. The deader he is, the safer he is. Fade to black. This is when we learn that the senator died in a plane crash. The governor appoints Trent to the Senate.
Not a congressman or someone of note, maybe the mayor of one of the bigger cities. An assemblyman? He went from assemblyman to senator?
All we hear over and over again in this little montage.
Take that to the bank.
And you can take that to the bank.
This dumb fuck O'Malley never puts it together. CT5 worst cop.
Well, you can call O'Malley a dumb fuck, but you can also call Trent a dumb fuck for using his fucking campaign slogan while he's planning murders.
Doing crimes.
It's a verbal tick.
He's rapidly rising the ladder, though, because he wins his second term. He's touted for a VP slot in 92. He's on the up.
Is he replacing Dan Quayle?
That's funny. I was thinking about that. Remember what the dumbest politician we had was Dan Quayle.
Couldn't spell potatoes.
His main platform, though,
is taking it to the bank.
Senator Trent won't tolerate crime.
Oh.
Get it?
It's 1990. Zach, how many years later is that?
Oh, that's 7 years later.
Thank you.
Oh, well, you can thank the screen. They let us know. And he's at the LA Coma Center.
Of course.
What?
You never been to the LA Coma Center?
No, I have not. Not yet.
Golden Dumpster. His Geico caveman hair and beard.
Now we're introduced to Kelly LeBrock. Kelly LeBrock is smitten over John Doe.
He's horny.
It's her boyfriend.
And your boyfriend turned his head.
He did. I thought he was going to sit up. I almost shit.
And then we find out the reason. Dude's got a hog.
Hog on him.
That is having her tell him, I hope you wake up soon.
Kelly's got a surprise for him.
Would you like little pussy, JD?
Film noir, it's a kitten.
Just a little bitty pussy. Look what I've got here. Sweet.
She pulls up his blanket.
She checks the hog.
Checking out the hog.
Besides, you've got so much to live for.
Please wake up.
Martha says, inquiring minds want to know. That is 20 CV and an old cliche.
Absolutely.
I gave Martha a Louis Pinnock for saying, see you for a cup of tea in a few minutes. And I called it an awful British accent until I realized that Kelly fucking LeBrock, for some reason, has decided I'm going to do this with an accent.
She was raised in England.
Oh, she's not American?
Born in the U.S., but raised in England.
Come on. Have you seen Weird Science?
Oh, that's right. She's horny, though.
CT5 horniest characters.
We've got some Seagal finger twitching, facial movements, sniffing, rolling his eyes back into his head.
He's being a bingo.
What?
That's what he's doing.
What?
No, he's not ass off. He's being a fucking bingo.
Oh, no.
No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Looks like you won the Oscar tonight, Seagal. He's ass all the way off.
Flashbacks of his wife and kid, flashbacks of the gunshots, touches his face, knocks the finger thing off, starts beeping. Kelly goes to check on him and he gasps, nurse work.
He sounds like Shadow Jacker.
Yes.
Nurse. He's all fucking dehydrated.
They run a bunch of tests. Kelly calls the internal affairs number, but Dean Norris picks up. He's Detective Goodhart. She immediately spills all the beans. Norris is a dirty cop. O'Malley isn't even with the division anymore. They got his ass out of there.
You know how dirty that police department has to be for them to be able to get internal affairs?
7 years later, IA is in on it.
Dog.
Every single person is now on the payroll.
Golden Dumpster, the reporter who gives the newscast position on George H.W. Bush throwing out the first pitch and kissing a pig and getting a reputation for being a crowd pleaser, signs off for cable hospital news.
They broadcast the hospital talent show every year.
Save note too. Cable hospital news.
I didn't hear that.
The worst fucking writing. That's the worst.
Why could he just be watching Channel 5 News or whatever?
Because he's in a hospital.
But one that has cable.
Yes, that means there's some people who don't get this channel, right?
It's elite.
I just love the fact that he's watching it like they told him, we have a woman president.
Yeah.
The shock on his face. He's staggered.
Kelly strokes his face. He's gasping. What year is it?
What years?
She asks what he recollects. I remember everything. First patient to come out of this long of a coma. You're going to be famous. You're going to be on the news. His response, get me out of this hospital.
Hey, get me out of here.
They murdered my family.
I got to get out of this hospital.
This ass-off, jolly physical therapist comes in for a massage.
Danny is so fucking ass off, man. That is exactly what a hospital physical therapist would be like.
A lot of Fokker energy to him.
Feet hit the floor in the morning. Nothing but sunshine for this guy.
The dirty cop comes in pretending to be a doctor, gives the receptionist her own flower.
The dirty cop who looks like DJ Qualls. He had like a very, very serious meth addiction.
Looks nothing skinny like DJ Qualls.
Yeah, I don't know about that. DJ Qualls already looks like he has a meth addiction too. You can't get any skinnier than that.
Age him 40 years in the face.
Security guards trying to follow the shady cop. Kelly's carrying a tray of supplies that is stacked way too high. I thought for sure she was going to trip and send him flying. She didn't.
Well, it's just so she can't see the murdered body on the floor.
Sure.
This dumb broad at the front desk hands over the list to any asshole in a lab coat and a stethoscope.
Yes.
It's not even a white coat.
It's off-white.
And she was gray. She was like, close enough. You know that, doctor? No. Dumb broad.
Danny offers Seagal some lemon chiffon pie and pizza.
Danny's trying to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
He heard about the hog, too.
Shady doctor ends up shooting Danny.
Shoots Danny, shoots the guard.
While Seagal is struggling to get into the elevator lobby, lock the door, and then get in the elevator.
Amin was so wrong about him being ass off during the waking up portion. He is ass off getting into this elevator.
Absolutely. That's my golden dumpster with the broom handle.
What's happening with your hand there?
Him trying to open the fucking door and then hitting the elevator and shit. He's fucking working that shaft.
Kelly finds the bodies. The phone lines are cut. Seagal's missing. He goes to the top, then back to the bottom. Dirty cop takes the stairs. Extremely ass-on, concerned look on Seagal's face as he lies in the elevator. Kelly gets in the elevator. Now she is going to listen to him that he's trying to get murdered.
She gets him to the car and drives off.
Is that how you describe it?
She rams him into every corner and wall.
He just woke up from a coma, lady.
He's 220 pounds.
That would atrophy one of his feet or ankles or legs.
Lung collapse for sure.
Absolutely.
They make her lift his heavy ass body off of the gurney.
And then they're driving down the PCH. R.I.P.
8 miles to Ojai.
Ojai's a fucking trek, by the way.
Senator Sadler is in front of a massive table of guns he's collected.
No, fuck. I like that gun. You knew I'd like that gun. Yes, the ching.
He's going to put an end to violence in this state. And you can take that to the bank.
That's the Horseman.
I wonder if Seagal's ever going to use that against him. Take that to the bank.
Oh, man.
Probably not.
Sadler tells the dirty cops to frame Storm because he's starring in the Son of a Bitch's Home movies.
He does say it in a discreet fashion in a very private place, right?
Middle of Westwood.
Right out in public.
Outside with people walking around. He yells it.
At a rally where they're taking guns.
I would say he's the loudest secret teller in this movie, except for Seagal in the opening scene.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking Buddha statue on this Ojai ranch?
This decor is all over the place.
Is this Steven Seagal's real house?
With the paper doors and shit, I would say, yeah.
Got the paper doors. It's very Japanese.
It has to be.
Well, it looked like Miyagi's house for a little bit.
In the trivia for Mark for Death, we had this Stephen Hopkins interview where he said...
And he threw his arm around me on the way out and he said, you know, I want you to come to my ranch in Santa Barbara because I've got a grenade launching range there. So we could go and launch grenades together.
So I think that this is Steven Seagal's real house. Unconfirmed. I couldn't find any info. But the decor, the style of it, all of it, turns on the TV.
As many of you already know, and as all the rest of you are looking at me right now, our program today on young hate mongers.
Louis Pinnock.
Geraldo.
He's ass on struggling out of bed.
What?
Here's a horse.
I mean, him trying to wake up or get out of bed or...
Him trying to learn how to stand and walk?
He's not good at it.
He's so ass on.
Oh, man.
Because it turns out that actually he can do all those things and his muscles aren't atrophied.
Yeah, he's fine.
Because if he was really in a coma for 7 years, he literally wouldn't be able to do this.
Mind over matter. He's got a superior mindset.
We haven't even gotten to the montage yet.
Watch Kill Bill.
Kill Bill needs to watch him.
What?
When he sees the horse... Guess whose campaign commercial is on TV? That would be Senator Trent. And you can take that to the bank.
And that triggered it, right?
No.
Oh. He remembers everything.
Also, time to introduce a major co-star of this movie, Jerry Dunphy, giving news exposition about his escape from the hospital.
You mean the Tony Pope report?
I hate when newscasters refer to themselves as this reporter.
Oh, I love that.
I think it's so corny.
That's a throwback, man. I love that. I miss those days.
It is. That's the 20CV, yeah.
Kelly expositions in the most convenient explanation
Christ.
of all time that she's house sitting for a family friend who's in China for 6 months and no one knows that they're there. Incredible stuff.
He's opened quite possibly the most massive lead in Ass On in Cinephobe history.
Really?
This is someone who is a trained actor.
Well, hold on. I don't know about trained.
She's feeding him with chopsticks. He tries to do it himself. All falls out. She gave him the beard, I suppose, as well. She trimmed him up into that caveman situation.
You ever been to Chinatown?
Yeah, why?
Well, there's just a list of herbs and some needles that I need for my recovery.
Wow, where did you learn to write in Chinese?
Well, when I was a kid, my father was a missionary. I was raised in the Orient.
In the Opient. This has nothing to do with the story. It's just demonstrate, look at me, I know Chinese.
And as a young white boy over there, I needed to learn how to fight, as you can imagine. I remember I went to my first martial arts teacher, and he says, "So why do you come to me?" And I say, to learn how to fight. And he says, "Oh, so you want to hurt people? But do you want to be great?" I say, "Yeah, I want to be great." He says, "Then first learn how to heal people to be great. To hurt people is easy."
Right here, his beard is gone and he looks identical to the day he got shot 7 years ago.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. How'd they pull that off?
It's stress-free.
He hasn't aged at all. He hasn't gained any weight. He hasn't lost any weight. He looks the exact same.
Hair's the same length.
What are the odds?
Ass on, struggling to his feet with the cane. She hands him a file of newspaper clippings about his dead family. Now he's reading Chinese in the dojo, and let's fire up that getting back into shape montage, baby.
Fucking Taj.
We're gonna need a montage. It takes a montage. Rocky had a montage.
With newspaper clippings haphazardly plastered around for motivation.
Where did he get that gi? Where did he get any of this stuff?
It was there.
It was there?
It's crazy. He opened a closet in the dojo and everything was in his size. It's nuts. It's like he lives there.
This doctor is huge. Does your doctor friend have a hog?
He also has a bunch of wife beaters, those 90s loose-ass wife beaters, you know what I'm talking about?
Tank tops.
He's got some Play-Doh scars lazily slapped on his body.
Self-acupuncture.
This clip of him lazily jogging up the hill, pretending like he can't run so he can set up when he actually does run.
Ass off.
Chopping a tree.
Digging holes, planting a board in it.
He's burning wasabi.
The burning wasabi, Zach.
Yeah.
Wikipedia called it moxibustion.
No, that's bad wasabi in like a real low rent sushi restaurant. I know that when I see it. He puts the board in the ground. He puts Mike Barnes' face on it. He vows to win the All Valley tournament in Ojai.
So not to.
O'Malley is the key. We need to find him. They find a phone number. Kelly goes to the Venice Canals. There's an old lady there who lies. She's actually O'Malley's mom.
I could not have cared less about this scene.
She drives into town looking, what's the opposite of incognito? She's as cognito as possible.
Cogs in the machine.
She's wearing a Kentucky Derby hat.
Exact same note too. She's dressed for the fucking Kentucky Derby.
What the fuck is she doing?
We're done with montages though, right?
No, we got another montage.
Oh shit.
Nope, we're right back to it because now he's running up the mountain.
Oh shit.
His arms are going.
He went from lifting the bar to now he's lifting some serious weight.
Now he's strong.
He's overlooking the Valley of Ojai, triumphant music, legs dangling.
She's watching him. Says Mason Storm.
Yep.
What?
That's the movie use of the name that ruins it.
That's the one that ruins it.
She didn't even know him. She called him JD till this montage.
Yep.
We could do a whole show on just
this montage.
This sex scene setup.
Oh.
She walks into the dojo wearing a black cocktail dress.
He's in a tank top that looks like it's been stretched out and torn.
Absolutely.
He's swinging some sticks around like Star Wars kid. Okay?
I said he looks like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Doing the ribbon?
With the ribbon, yeah.
Very important part of the montage recovery is this stick bullshit.
This is supposed to make me believe he's good at martial arts?
She shows up. She's going to the club. She's dressed to the nines.
Going to a black tie event.
Sexy sax music. She brings him a flower. They immediately drop the flower. They start kissing. He grabs her ass.
That's his move.
Crouch down in unison while still making out to lie down by the fire.
He is copping a feel like a 15-year-old getting to touch a tit for the first time. Really going for it.
Oh, same note too. He's really going for those popos. That flower never stood a chance, by the way.
No.
Got trampled immediately.
So it's a lot of them kissing with almost zero rhythm of having any idea that there's another live person right there joining them.
Heavily mic'd kissing.
He's a big kisser.
You hear a lot of squelching and smacking noises.
There's going to be squelching. Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be squelching. We get an out of focus light shift into a shot of candles. Seagal looks at his wedding ring, remembers his wife, tries to look sad, barely shakes his head.
He looks constipated.
All of a sudden, he's got jeans on.
What? He's got jeans on.
Montage over, bitch.
I misspoke. This is my golden dumpster. Him feeling remorse for like a half second.
Almost.
Well,
leather jacket.
Gotta go to work.
Let me look at this motivational newspaper one more time and drive off in this doctor's Jeep.
But don't close the door.
No.
Leaves the door wide open behind him. Maze, I need you to clip Leon.
You open that asshole one more time. Open it again. Open that asshole again. Oh, step out his ass. And leave that motherfucker wide open so he know you've been there.
Goes to a graveyard. Echo of the stupid prayer exchange with the son. They have a gravestone for Sonny. Seagal prays, but it looks like he's blowing his nose.
He fucks a woman who's not his wife, who he barely knows, then decides better go to her grave.
This is remorse, Zach. Come on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is it bragging?
Kelly's at MacArthur Park. Repeat offender.
Repeat offender indeed.
She goes to Martha's apartment and has a very weird exposition Cobra formula interaction with the shirtless neighbor. What, you haven't seen the news? No. Well, she's dead.
You look like the bitch whose picture's on TV.
The neighbor.
Golden dumpster.
Shirtless, but has jeans on. The jeans are unbuttoned. What was he doing?
You know what he was doing.
In his cum cocoon.
Yeah.
I need to admit something that I'm not proud of, okay? But I'm an honest podcaster. I thought this was one of the guys from the liquor store.
Wow.
Zach.
Yeah.
This isn't a safe place for you, Zach.
Because I thought, oh, here's the tie-in.
Foil on top of the coffee cup, 20 CB.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
We got lids now, man.
I've never seen that in my life.
Two Americas?
I had to assume it was 20 CB because I'd never seen it either.
Zach, have you seen it or are you just assuming like us?
I've never seen it in person. I've never seen it in the wild.
Seagal's Jeep gets back to the house. O'Malley shows up. They hug.
This plan doesn't make any fucking sense.
Makes all the sense. What are you talking about?
That he and O'Malley concoct.
I think it makes perfect sense.
How?
Kill everybody. That's the plan.
That's not the plan, though.
Over a couple of Miller High Lifes, by the way.
You're skipping by Sean Astin here, which is...
Oh, boy.
O'Malley's been raising Sonny. He's a track star. They look at this photograph. He flaps his arms when he runs the 111 seconds flat, just like his old man.
Amazing.
Just like his old man. Bullshit.
Somehow, 5-year-old Sonny made it to O'Malley's house when he jumped out the window?
That's your Sean Astin?
Yes.
No, man.
A 5-year-old couldn't even find his own house, let alone a random coworker of his dad's.
He jumped off the second floor and then ran. Remember in the beginning of Passenger 57 where the evil guy is getting facial reconstructive surgery? He realizes that this is a setup and he kills everybody and then jumps out the office building window and lands and tries to run away.
Yeah.
This kid does the exact same thing.
Everyone has an origin story.
He can jump out a window, land, run to Detective Diddler of the IA,
Zach.
which stands for in your ass, little kid.
They explain it. He's a track star.
Now,
not at 5.
7 years later.
What do you think Usain Bolt was like when he was 5 years old?
This kid, at best, from jumping off that second floor and landing, Oscar Pistoria.
Jesus Christ.
At best. He lost his legs.
Not yet.
Well, someday.
I've shattered every single bone in my legs.
My legs are just bags of bloody soup.
Bloody soup.
This is when we find out that O'Malley couldn't crack the take it to the bank code.
Oh my God.
We played that tape 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
He tried to solve the case, swimming through shit.
Then turned it into evidence.
Seagal's calling him O'Mal, which is a bad nickname.
It's not a nickname.
Familiarity.
That's not something that people say.
That wasn't the time. Now's the time. We're outgunned and undermanned, but you know something? We're gonna win. And I'll tell you why. Superior attitude, superior state of mind.
This sounds a lot like Van Damme's plan in Double Team.
No, it's better.
We don't have a plan, and that's why it'll work, because they'll think we have a plan.
At least Van Damme acknowledged he didn't have a plan.
Right.
Seagal's plan is we're better.
We have a superior state of mind.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, what?
They're going to out-scheme the dirty cops.
We'll get them, buddy. Believe me. Every fucking one of them.
He empties the clip on a garbage wheelbarrow in the field. plot liftoff.
By the way, I need you to update CT5 Worst Cops for me.
It's O'Malley.
Sorry, O'Mal.
Oh my God.
Where?
He is below Keanu Reeves. He's above Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex moves down.
Captain Armbuster's gone.
Armbuster's off. Yep.
Slot him into number 3 for me, but let's remove number 3. The caped horse cop shooting into the crowd from Double Team.
Oh.
Because I don't want to lose Bob Hoskins on my list.
Maze, I see you on the sheet you've written O'Malley. I believe his name is O'Mal.
Yeah, it's O'Mal. Please put O'Mal for me as well.
Seagal tells O'Mal, get Sonny out of school. I don't care if it's 3,000 miles to Graceland. Get him someplace safe.
O'Mal turns into suspect and he says, consider it done.
Same note too.
They're going to bring the film and audio to Jerry Dunphy. See quite a show on the news, huh?
Weird leather jacket that Seagal has on. It's like a vest.
He's never had a normal jacket.
I like the tiger one.
You remember the face of the tiger?
Seagal goes to think, heavy-handed exposition echoes, and he puts the pieces together. You can take that to the bank. It's the same guy.
My note, all caps. How did you not put this together? You're an IA detective, O'Mal.
The phrase kept repeating and echoing in his head.
Mm-hmm.
It's the airport clip. It's, I've got to concentrate. Okay, O'Mal's an idiot. Seagal!
Oh!
What are you doing?
The guy who took a sniper rifle video camera 9 feet away from something he was trying to record? That's not a smart cop?
Money now and a lot more when I get in that office. I can take that to the bank.
I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
CT5, worst tough guy talk.
Golden Dose.
Kelly gets home. There's a ridiculous reaction when he sees that it's Kelly coming through the front door.
It's an ass-on reaction.
She's ass on, whimpering that Martha's dead. Sad sax music plays. This is a paragon of ass-on acting in this scene.
This woman is an actor? What the fuck did she do to get the role? Who'd she blow?
Well, when she says Martha's dead, my next note, he'll try to parlay this to sex. He immediately starts kissing her. Bingo. I knew it.
Attaboy.
This guy does not miss an opportunity.
The dirty cops invade the house. There's so many of them. There was 3 cars following her, but it seems like there's 17 dirty cops here.
Why does everybody take a turn like they've got a number at a deli?
That's basic filmmaking, bro. If everybody attacked at the same time, he'd be dead. Can't have that.
The most unstoppable son of a bitch that we know.
We got bones breaking. We got guys thrown off balconies.
Seagal turns into Brick Tamlin at one point. Where did he get that grenade?
He chucks a guy like Ahmed Thompson, Chuck Tyler Hero.
They escape in a Jeep with a fabric cover that is apparently bulletproof as they get fired upon by machine guns all over the place and then run 2 guys over.
He launched a guy into the fucking stratosphere, but where did he get a grenade?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, but where?
His ass.
Well, it's in his house. He's got it in his house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, the doctor's in China. He's got grenades in his house.
They drive off. This might be my golden dumpster. Kelly LeBrock, Academy Award winning actress.
Yeah.
With 0 adrenaline in her veins. I mean, 0. Oh, I forgot to lock the door.
Banter?
The horse runs out the open gate.
Freedom.
Seagal pulls up on some random guys working on a yellow sports car.
What ethnicity are these guys with the yellow car?
They're hermanos.
You better clip it.
Oye, hermano. You like my coche?
The chick, bro.
How hot is it, home? Smoking.
More Louis Pinnock. They trade cars.
And then as they drive off, the disembodied voice of one says, hey, this Jeep looks like it's been at war, man.
Okay, careful.
You told me to clip it, and then you did that.
Careful.
No, I told you to clip Hermano from Arrested Development.
You know Hermano? Hermano is brother in Spanish. As in, hey, Hermano.
But not clip the offensive part you just did?
Nah, I got it.
Nah.
The guys like the bullet holes on the Jeep. They go shopping. They use Kelly's credit card.
That scene did not exist in the version that I watched.
No, we don't see them buy it. She expositions that they bought the suit.
Next time, let's use your credit card.
Oh, got it.
Oh, you thought you missed a Pretty Woman montage?
Dun, 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 dun.
New suits.
If we want to do CT5 crossovers to movies we haven't done, I would watch Pretty Woman, but you replace Julia Roberts with Steven Seagal. Exact same movie.
They pose as real estate agents to sneak into his old house. Seagal's getting flashbacks.
He breaks the shit out of that wall.
So we didn't see where he stashed it originally.
No.
But there was apparently a secret panel in the cabinet that he had.
I thought he put it in the cabinet.
I thought he put it in the freezer.
Because he said the ice box, right?
He said he was raiding the ice box, which is 20 CB.
They break shit. They tell the lady her contractor's doing a lousy job and they leave.
Poor contractor.
This convoluted plan to have O'Mal's dementia-ridden mother, who apparently was paralyzed at one point, even though she seems to be moving just fine.
The dirty cops intercept the phone call to Mama O'Mal. O'Mal goes to get Sonny from school. It's nighttime. And this sets up one of the most classic live forever moments we've ever had.
Let me tell you something, Sonny. One day when this is all over, you, me, and your pop are gonna run us a fishing boat. Catch us the biggest fish that ever swam the seas. And I'm not talking goldfish either.
The last time I went fishing with Pop, we caught no tire.
Not this time, Sonny. We're gonna get us a big fat tuna.
Literally talking about renting a boat named Live Forever and the fishing trip named Live Forever.
Absolutely.
My note, O'Mal is going to be dead ASAP. Start the fucking clock. We swarm the Westin Bonaventure Hotel where they are using that as the place to leave messages.
Back when it was fancy.
The Westin Bonaventure Hotel has a steel drum band playing in the hotel lobby, but a mariachi band outside the lobby. This is my Coke and Pepsi in the same movie.
So this is what I think happened. Remember in D2?
Yep. Also thought about this.
I think that they're locals. They play at the hotel, and they've been waiting for that hockey team to get to the Junior Olympics or whatever the fuck they were in.
Junior Goodwill Games.
The Diddling Olympics.
O'Mal is headed to Union Station. Seagal is surrounded by dirty cops, kicks a guy in the chest, shatters a window.
He kicks the fuck out of this guy.
Beat the shit out
This is Charlie Murphy kicking Rick James with the front kick. Holy shit.
Smashes a second guy through more glass. That creates a distraction for them to run away. They steal Big Tex's red Corvette.
What's going on?
I can't lose.
You can't do that in Dallas.
That's a rented car.
That's a rented car.
Golden Duster.
Louis Pinnock. I don't care if he's from Texas. Lock it in.
Cops cut him off. Then he throws it in reverse, backs into a cop car pretty hard. Now it's a train named Live Forever as O'Mal is getting tickets to Albuquerque.
Yeah, he's going to drill this kid all the way to Albuquerque.
Are they going to watch movies on the train?
They sure are. Gladiator movies. Clip it. From Airplane.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Do you want me to check the weather, Clarence?
No, why don't you take care of it? Joey, do you ever hang around the gymnasium?
We get some poppy talk as O'Mal explains why he lied to Sonny. Dirty cops arrive. While he's explaining the plan, he gives Sonny the tape. Quintero says Sonny looks like Mason Storm. Not like O'Mal. Enough of this fucking around.
We want the tape.
We want the tape.
We got your boy.
O'Mal throws luggage at him, tells Sonny to run. He's a track star. Remember that exposition?
He runs exactly like Seagal.
He does.
And I didn't know if the kid didn't know how to run or is he ass off.
No, it's ass off.
He did his homework.
Yeah.
You know how they said in Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks spent time with the kid who plays young Forrest Gump so he could mimic the way he talks?
Yeah.
I like to imagine that this kid spent time around Seagal to learn how he runs.
They shoot O'Mal in the back. He's fighting him off with the tire iron. You fucks don't deserve to wear your badges.
They shoot him so many times.
Shot again, whacks a guy, collapses. Less than 5 minutes after talking about the fishing boat. World record.
My next note, I could watch Seagal run all day.
His arms are just...
It's Taffer.
Look like a wacky inflatable man.
He has so many ties to Taffer.
More than Ed?
Ed looks like him. He acts like him.
He moves like him.
Chasing Sonny and Seagal's chasing them. They go to Chinatown.
Oh.
He throws one guy in a dumpster.
We get the, oh, my nose version of, he broke my fucking leg.
The guy in the dumpster. That's right.
Sonny throws a SP at Quintero. Oh. He climbs over a fence. They fight into a food stand. There's a duck smoker. That's a duck smoker, man.
Horrible shaky camera work.
Seagal briefly touches Sonny's face before breaking Quintero's other hand. This makes him remember that it was Quintero. Chokes him at an angle. Breaks his neck. Bop, boop, beep. Puts a big mask over his face.
That's improv, right?
Yeah, probably.
But he wrote the script, so is it ever improv?
Kelly shows up. He immediately dumps his child with her.
Yeah.
Hey, you take care of my kid.
The kid says, who are you? She says, it's a long story. He says, are you fucking my dad? And she says, okay, it's not that long of a story.
I had a different version. My director's cut, it's very long story. Got a few minutes? You see, I was a nurse while your dad was in a coma, and I used to talk to him every day. I would always look at his massive hog with a ponytail on it and hope that someday it'll wake me up.
Is that your plot summary?
Oh, the hog has a ponytail.
Absolutely, that hog has a ponytail. You don't think it does?
Where's the ponytail?
The Fremulon, yeah.
Like that meme with the giraffe tie. How does a hog wear a ponytail? Also, we get this TGT from Seagal. I got one more takeout order.
What? Because he's commandeering
Because he's stealing a delivery guy's van.
Oh my God.
We get him sneaking around on top of a building again.
He loves to sneak around on buildings.
Senators in the hot tub with enough champagne to fill the Nile.
He's horny.
I do like the idea of a hot tub, champagne, and ballet date.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time.
He's going in reverse order.
He is.
This is like Jennifer Aniston in Horrible Bosses when she goes cold to hot.
Yep.
She went some kind of cold pop or something like that, and then she went banana, and then she went hot dog. That's this date.
He says, look, we're not going to make the ballet tonight. Take a hike, get lost. And I said, yes, sir.
Seagal goes by some random Egyptian art and some Christie's crates of exposition. The dirty cops and Axel are playing pool in the Egypt room.
You fucked up the hit. This guy's on the run. He knows who you are. He wants to kill you. You guys have the nerve to come back and play pool in this absolutely gorgeous 20 CB man cave?
Well, you gotta set up this TGT banter. How's the action, boys? Mind if I play?
Then he does the thing from the beginning of the movie. Zach, you asked when it would come back into play. Why did they show us this whole liquor store heist?
Star Wars kid.
I'll tell you why. So he can bring back this line. Oh, I see. You guys are worried because I got the gun or whatever he says and shit.
I'll put it away.
Now it's even.
Well, somebody hand me a cue.
Fights them all with the pool cue. Defeats Axel with his kitchen knife. Stabs him in the throat.
That's a rubber knife as well.
That's for my wife. Fuck you and die.
Fuck you and die? What? And then the guy does some kind of yoga pose. Holland walks in the bathroom. There's lipstick or something.
Anticipation of death is worse than death itself.
That would take so much lipstick and so much time to write out.
More Egyptian art in the hallway.
He writes on the wall. You're next.
He runs to the hot tub. The senator's gone. Down the stairs. Seagal's creeping around, sneaks behind him. How does it feel to know you're about to die?
If this guy doesn't bingo-y unload his gun, his 6-shooter, at a pillar, you're fucked, buddy.
Oh, no, that was never going to happen. He's Seagal. He's got a superior attitude and a superior state of mind.
He's the most unstoppable son of a bitch I ever known.
I'm going to give you more time than you gave my wife and son.
The captain throws the gun at him like Ryan Reynolds in Smoking Aces.
Same note, too.
Like he's trying out for the FBI.
Captain tries to say it wasn't him. Gets thrown down.
He doesn't kill him.
No, you're a good cop.
Did he choke him to death with his tie?
No, he doesn't choke him to death. He just strangles him and then drops him.
So the guy came and then fell asleep?
Pretty much.
Okay.
They explain it later.
Do they?
Oh, no, wait. No, they don't.
Oh, no.
He's taunting the senator. Vernon. Oh, Vernon.
He's playing hide and seek?
This is 20 CB. Not only the, fill-in names, singy-songy, that's 20 CB, but also the narration of the hide and seek. Where are you? Are you under the couch?
Maybe you're in here. Maybe you're under the bed.
I used to do that when I was a kid because my cousins and my friends, they would laugh.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you're behind the thing. Like, oh, you're not here.
He eventually finds him hiding in the suit closet with the shotgun, and Vernon has a drop on him, but of course it doesn't work.
Because he says die.
He yells die and misses.
Seagal stuffs the shotgun in his mouth, takes him downstairs.
No, he throat fucks him with that shotgun.
Trote
fucks him with that shotgun.
As someone who fell recently, there's no way that dude is not fucking hemorrhaging blood.
His teeth are fucked up. They actually did a good job of.
Nope.
His teeth are all chipped and stuff. Like they put fake teeth in there.
All I saw was a minstrel show lipstick ring around his lips.
Well, there is that. Yeah, it is very minstrel show.
I'd like to kill you so bad I can barely contain myself. But I've been thinking, death is far too merciful a fate for you. So what I'm going to do is put you in prison.
Uh-oh.
Nice petite white boy like you. Federal penitentiary. I don't think you'll be able to remain anal retentive for very long.
Wait, I don't get it. What happens in penitentiary?
That was way out of line.
I never heard of that. You never heard of that? How could you have never heard of that? That's what prisons are most famous for.
Remember that episode of Seinfeld where George has the toupee and he goes out with the bald girl and he's like, oh, I'm not into her. She's bald.
Yeah.
And Elaine is flabbergasted.
Yeah.
You're bald. That's what I yelled out at Seagal when he says, a nice petite white boy like you. You're white.
He's not petite, though.
Well, no, he's got a hog. He's got a hog with a ponytail.
Wait, so are we sure he's white?
I guarantee he's white.
I don't know.
I do know.
I grew up.
There's a Louisiana boy.
He goes for handcuffs. Senator swings on him with the fire poker, but misses. And then Seagal slowly, very slowly lowers the shotgun down to his dick.
This is called the RoboCop.
And shoots.
I missed. I never miss. They must have been smaller than I thought.
SWAT team shows up. Kelly's there. Random cop saw the film, knew he was set up. They arrest the senator who says, I'm a senator, for Christ's sakes.
But here's the thing. Seagal still killed a fuckload of people.
Of course.
He's not a cop anymore.
Well, this gets back to the original question because he says he's going to arrest the senator.
Citizen's arrest.
The movie isn't called Hard to Arrest. Hard to prosecute.
Hard to read his Miranda rights to him.
Senator calls SWAT guy a pea-brained Cub Scout. Kelly and Sonny run up and hug Seagal.
Here's your new mom, kid.
How about a nice vacation?
Where do you think he wants to go?
We got a ranch for 5 more months we can stay at.
Well, no, I think the montage took 6 months.
Dog, he learned how to walk.
You don't think Seagal could learn how to walk in a day?
Random banter between two guys outside with Dunphy on TV. This guy's going to be famous. I can just hear tomorrow's weather report. Killer storm strikes back.
That's why he was named Mason Storm, is just to set up that one line.
Of course.
And they play the video footage that we've been after all movie.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to get to look at this photograph because you can take that to the bank.
Roll credits.
Dean Norris first for some reason.
Yes.
In the credits.
He did get top billing.
Why?
Good agent.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
Let's do our plot liftoffs and maybe
plot liftoff.
You know, or whatever.
You already have a pretty good sound for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, throw that in there.
I said mine. It's when he shoots that wheelbarrow with Obel. It's odd.
Waste ammunition for no reason?
Prove a point.
Obel wasn't like, hey, do you still got it? You tell me. And then he shoots up the wheelbarrow.
How else do you make a point?
Fair point.
Superior mind state, Zach.
My plot liftoff is seeing Seagal with the long hair, the facial hair, 7 years later in the LA Coma Center, and then she looks at his hog with the kitten. That's what I knew it was on.
Not a kitten. It was a little pussy. There it is.
I don't like that at all.
My plot liftoff was when she picks up the phone and calls internal affairs and spills the beans on everything.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
All right, Zach, you picked it, so what's your plot summary?
Oh, that's right.
And as always, you're winging it, right?
Yeah, I always wing it. What do I have, 95 seconds?
Yes, 95 seconds on the clock.
You can count me in. I am a rocket ship.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Hard to Kill. Steven Seagal is a bingo detective who is horrible at home movies and horrible at surveillance. And he basically gets found out by William Sadler and a bunch of Italian mobsters who are trying to kill a senator to get him to be George Bush or something, that he's been surveilling him. And so they're going to take him to the bank, the blood bank. Oh, wait, no, it's later on. He goes, he fucks up a liquor store. He lets a guy die. He steals some champagne. He goes home to fuck his wife. He fucks his wife. He says some prayers for his bingo child. And then these guys got him. They know who he is because, I don't know, it's never explained how they know who he is, but they know who he is. They kill his wife. They put him in a coma. The kid goes running and fucking swan dives off the second floor. He's in the hospital. They find out he's still alive. Detective O'Mal of Internal Affairs starts threatening people, but then is like, hey, we got to keep this guy a secret. He's alive. Let's put him in a coma center forever. You only tell me if things go bad, and he wakes up. Then Kelly LeBrock is one of the nurses. She's doing nurse work. She's just admiring that beautiful hog with a big ponytail every single day. He wakes up. They find out because she drops the dime on him. They chase him out. He goes to a ranch. He learns how to walk again. He learns how to fight. He learns how to be Chinese. Then he goes and he storms. He gets his kid back, ends up going after the senator. He kills the senator. And then he says, hey, kid, guess what? You got a new mom, and I'm going to have her blow me in front of you. Check out this hog with a ponytail.
Oh, my God.
Nailed it.
Check out this hog with the ponytail.
Yeah.
It's his son, huh?
All right, Amin, you want to go next? You want me to go next?
I'll go.
Oh, 3, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown before I do the scene. No countdown. Can we just do it off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Steven Seagal is Mason Storm, an undercover cop and part-time snuff filmmaker who does a great job of shooting in low light and really loves the Oscars. He films a big exposition meeting involving an assemblyman plotting the assassination of a senator in the most 20 CB alley imaginable, but his big clumsy ass makes way too much noise and he gets figured out. He calls it into his partner, who also loves the Oscars, and tells him not to tell anybody until they meet up, but then somehow finds time to hit up the liquor store to buy enough champagne to fill an aisle, as well as the most ass-off stuffed animal since Taken 3. The dirty old man who owns the liquor store doesn't give a shit about the Oscars, but thinks he can do porn, who's then murdered by street toughs who robbed the store, who are then in turn are murdered by Mason Storm in a scene that was made simply to set up a TGT line for later in the movie. Mason Storm then shoplifts a champagne and stuffed toy and returns home to plow his wife while his bingo son lays in bed listening. That's when they get ambushed by a bunch of dirty cops, including one that looks like a meth-addled, poorly aged DJ Qualls. While Storm squeezes his cheeks and grabs purpose, the killer sneaks through the red light district of the Storm household, who light his ass up. Storm dies, copying one last feel on his dead wife's corpse, but then film noir, we find out at the hospital, Storm's not dead, and he's just in a coma, and the coma lasts 7 years, during which he's undoubtedly diddled by the nurse work, played by Seagal's real-life wife, Kelly LeBrock James. Nurse work shoves her pussy in his face, which causes him to bust a nut and wake up from a coma.
20 seconds.
She calls the cops, who then send meth DJ Qualls to murder Storm, but he escapes with nurse work to a place she house sits for 6 months.
10 seconds.
During that time, he regains his health one montage at a time, grabbing nurse work cheeks and popos, waiting to exact his revenge on the cops and the senator who did this, which he gets, but not before calling back to the TGT line from the beginning of the movie. This guy is hard to kill.
You jumped ahead and then you went back? Is that what happened? I got a little distracted.
When did I jump back?
I thought you were further in the movie and then all of a sudden you weren't. So I'll have to listen to that again.
I did have to cut out the line where I said the bingo son jumps out the window like Carson Phillips.
Yeah. All right, Mace.
3, 2, 1. Steven Seagal is a cop obsessed with the Oscars who catches gangster Calabrese plotting to kill a senator on candid camera. He can't ID the other party, who says, "You can take that to the bank." After hiding the footage, praying with his son, and banging his wife, dirty cops shoot up his house, leave him for dead, and plant cocaine at the scene. His friend, Lieutenant O'Malley, is the only one who knows he's in a coma. 7 years later, looking like the Geico caveman, Kelly LeBrock is his thirsty nurse who wakes him up by showing him her pussy. They escape to Ojai, where she's house sitting for Steven Seagal. There are Buddhas all over, Asian decor, bamboo, and a dojo that's perfect for a recovery getting into shape montage. After months of training, Kelly bangs him by the fireplace to celebrate. O'Malley shows up. He raised Seagal's son. Seagal eventually figures everything out because "you can take that to the bank" is Senator Trent's campaign slogan. Dirty cops follow Kelly back to Ojai. Seagal kills everyone and escapes. They recover the film from Seagal's old house, arrange to meet O'Mal at Union Station. Dirty cops intercept, kill O'Mal, chase Sonny through Chinatown. Seagal saves his son only to promptly dump him with Kelly so he can break into the senator's house, interrupting a hot tub and ballet date night. Kills all the goons, emasculates the senator. SWAT shows up. They got the film, arrests the senator. Seagal's going to take his new family on vacation. Jerry Dunphy plays the footage on TV. You can take that to the bank.
10 seconds to spare.
My original version also had "take that to the bank" at the end of every sentence. And I was like, God, I got to cut some shit out.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. Steven Seagal and Kelly LeBrock were married from 1987 to 1996. Kelly LeBrock had pretty much retired from acting at the time this movie was made and only did it as a favor for her husband. She was only in 2 movies before, so I don't know about retired from acting. In retrospect, she calls the movie hard to watch or hard to believe.
The original ending to the film had Storm burning an unarmed Trent to death in the fireplace, but the producers decided this was too grim a sequence for a good guy to take part in. When it came time to film the scene, Seagal, director Bruce Malmuth, and several of the producers got into a spat, leading to Seagal storming off set and into his trailer upset. It was William Sadler himself who suggested Storm shoot at the groin and miss, making an insulting comment about a small genitalia. The producers liked the idea and sent Sadler to Seagal's trailer to pitch it, feeling as though he would not have listened to them if they had brought it to his attention. Seagal liked Sadler's idea, returned to set, and they filmed this ending instead in just a few hours, putting the matter to rest.
Steven Seagal did not get along with Bruce Malmuth and considered him to be a very poor director, stating in a 1990 interview, "I think it's a miracle that this guy can put one foot in front of the other." Chief among Seagal's complaints included dissatisfaction with filming the action scenes and being excluded from the editing process.
Didn't mention this earlier, but when Senator Trent is making his rally appearance and they're standing and he's loudly telling his goons to go kill Seagal, there's a "Do the Right Thing" billboard in the background.
How about that? Free advertising.
Was filmed and publicized in several trade magazines with the title 7 Year Storm. Warner Brothers decided to retitle the finished movie as Hard to Kill to make it sound more like a slam-bang action film.
The theatrical trailer shows 3 deleted scenes. One is Trent saying, "He's toast, do you understand?" to his men. There's one where Storm says, "Take that to the bank," after he kills Trent in the alternate ending, and parts of an original ending which had Storm, Andy, and Sonny at a funeral for O'Malley.
Warner Brothers demanded the movie be heavily cut and re-edited down to a 90-minute runtime in order to be more straightforward, fast-paced, and to have more theatrical screenings. Some scenes were cut while others, including parts of the plot, were deleted, which is why the movie suffers from bad editing at times. The same types of re-editing also happened to other Steven Seagal movies that he made for Warner Brothers.
What? Name one.
Marked for Death.
Name two.
Above the Law.
You don't know that?
I don't.
Liar.
I only know the ones we've done.
I'm watching that tonight.
Allegedly, according to this trivia, and I don't believe this, Steven Seagal's iconic ponytail made his first appearance in this movie.
I'll check tonight. I am going to watch Above the Law tonight.
The inside of the mansion, the senator's mansion, was also used in The Big Lebowski.
Really?
Wait, if this was the first movie where his ponytail makes an appearance, that means he's been rocking ponytail for 35 years straight.
Well, not anymore.
Does he still have one?
Yes.
I don't think he has one anymore.
You don't have a ponytail?
I don't know.
He's got long hair, man.
He has slick back hair. I don't know if it's long anymore, though.
And the Big Lebowski thing, it's really the stairs that I recognize.
Yeah.
They don't go into the room with the fireplace and stuff like that. Like the Egyptian-themed pool room is not in the Big Lebowski. I don't know what that's about.
He looks like shit today.
You're looking at the now, right? I'm like, holy shit, man. It's crazy. It just looks crazy.
He looks nuts.
He looks like Carlos Boozer.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You firing me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. Seagal saying pet cockroach. Seagal saying Geraldo. Kelly LeBrock's accent slipping in and out. Seagal speaking Spanish to the guys with the yellow car.
And also Martha saying, "For a cup of tea in a few minutes."
I gotta go Martha on that one.
I think it's pet cockroach because I legitimately didn't know what he said for so long.
I don't know. Did he say it in an accent?
He said some shit.
He said calabrese kind of with a little spice to it.
Calabrese.
And then he rolled it right into pizza cockroach. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Actually, you know what? I'm with Mayes on this one. Let's go with that.
Yep.
Pizza cockroach.
Pet cockroach Valerio.
Let's show me who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen.
Banter.
Take That to the Bank, which is an montage, exposition,
PGT.
flashbacks.
Horny.
Horny.
Ass grabbing.
Ass grabbing definitely made its presence felt.
Bone cracking. I think it's bone cracking.
I think it's Take It to the Bank, man.
I think it's Take It to the Bank.
They said that shit so many times.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And the fact that my man O'Mal couldn't figure it out.
Inexcusable.
What's the opposite of I like the way Jack Reacher figures shit out? Because that's Detective O'Mal right there.
Can't believe he couldn't figure shit out.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on. Fucking ass off. Ass on. Fucking ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award. Seagal acting like his body has been in a coma for 7 years.
No.
Kelly LeBrock as Andy Stewart.
I've got, he won't, Mr. Assemblyman.
Yeah, that's there.
The armed assailants, Storm on 3. Captain being ass on talking about the Storm murder. Nurse work in general, Kelly LeBrock. And then Seagal, but only for his sigh of relief when he realized it was just nurse work. When he did that, I was like, come on, man.
It's 100% Seagal waking up from the coma.
No way. I'm going to fight on this one.
I was more locked in on when he's getting up out of bed in Ojai and when he's pretending to have the cane. When he's coming out of the coma, it's slightly better. When he's supposed to be muscle atrophied, but still doing normal stuff, that was ass on to me.
I was moved.
He's definitely the type of person to fake an injury and then not know how to limp from it.
Limping with the wrong leg and shit.
Yeah, he'd limp on the wrong leg and everything.
Pathological liar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was smitten by both of those scenes. I'm going to go with nurse work. Kelly LeBrock James.
LeBrock James.
Yeah, he snuck that into his plot summary.
Lex considering it just because of the LeBrock James.
Yeah, I am actually. It's Seagal, man.
I protest. The only way I'll give Seagal ass on is if you give him ass off as well.
I'm good with that.
He was ass off, man.
He's ass off and ass on in this movie.
Specifically, ass off, waking up from the coma and learning how to walk.
That's backwards, but
nope, ass all the way off.
What? We're going to give him coming out of a coma, ass on and ass off?
Yes.
I'm good with it. That's 2-1, man. It's overruled.
God damn it. What about Danny, the physical therapist?
He's great, man. He needed one more scene.
Small windows. Oh, his wife screaming during the shooting. That was good. Becker getting shot. And then the actor who plays the captain being someone who's ass on talking about the storm murder. I wanted to give him a little love as well.
Sadler's really good in this movie, too.
Yeah, he was.
And you can take that to the bank.
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
Fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. The tagline, even more harder to kill. Seagal's obsession with the Oscars. Seagal's coma hair and facial hair. When Kelly shows JD her pussy. Recovery montage. I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank. Omal's outrageous live forever fishing boat trip. And a hotel with a steel drum band and a mariachi band, which is my Coke and Pepsi.
Maze, if you wouldn't mind updating the CT5 taglines list. Slot it in number 3 and bump everything down. Snake Eyes gone. It's a great tagline, but it's gone.
I also had Senator Trent telling the broad, look, we're not going to make the ballet tonight. Take a hike, get lost.
No way. Really? Why?
I had the shopkeeper being dead and Seagal still shoplifting the stuffed animal and some fun. Seagal using the broom handle to navigate himself onto the elevator in the gurney.
Yeah, that's great. Becker getting blown off the bed.
Oh, I forgot to lock the door. But I called it as soon as I saw it and look at this photograph. I know you guys are going to be like, what? Yeah, go to YouTube, check out, look at this photograph of the henchman having his arm...
At the pillow.
It's so dumb.
At the pillow in his sleep.
Because it's something that you would think like in a slapstick parody comedy. The idea that like, I'm going to do this and then tie it up and like, oh, my hands.
That's like something that they would have in an Americanized Jackie Chan movie.
Not even. Jackie Chan movies still kind of strive. It would be something that happens in the Naked Gun.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Hot Shots Part 2.
The guy's all twisted up in a pretzel and whatever. Oh, it was like, don't be a menace. Remember when Patna gets stomped out and then in the next scene he's flat?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Zach?
My Golden Dumpster is signing off for Cable Hospital News. Coming up at 7, the Hospital Talent Show.
Man.
There's a lot to pick from.
I think I got to go with this one because we did a CT5. It would be hard to beat this one. Omal's outrageous live forever fishing boat trip and then getting killed in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Narrowly beating out the hotel with all kinds of ethnic bands.
The steel drum and the mariachi band.
Wasn't there like a very quick turnaround like that in Marked for Death when him and Keith David get out the car and they're talking about something?
When they do the live forever speech and then literally they linger on the shot and then here come the Jamaicans to shoot up the place.
I feel like we can start to now piece together the Seagal movie.
This one though, it's a boat.
Yeah.
And he dies. The Marked for Death one, they shoot the house and the daughter gets put in the hospital.
And there's some banter in there too where the kid's like, all we ever caught was an old tire.
Oh yeah.
Well, Zach, you picked it, motherfucker.
I like that.
Oberfile.
No need for a preamble. One of the easiest files we've ever had. I'm so in on the Seagal experience. It's fucking dumb. It's a dumb movie. Bad action, bad acting, bad writing. 1,000 negatives make a positive. I'm here for all of it.
Mayes?
I didn't like it as much for Mark for Death because I did think that the senator was a little bit of a weaker villain. I like the performance fine, but...
Well, the dirty cops are. IA is the villain.
There's that scene where he's in his campaign office and it's all of the thuggish dirty cops standing around in suits.
It's all the goons, yeah.
With pins, like they're campaigning for him.
They vote.
Grassroots in the streets.
They vote. They're voters.
He wasn't as good of a villain. I just didn't think the storyline was as good as the Screwface Mark for Death situation.
What? You're into magic?
The propensity and the volume of incredibly dumb things that happened that made me laugh was higher, though.
Oh, for sure. It's a hilarious movie.
This probably should have been a Golden Dumpster nominee. It being his house with the doctor gone, but all the Asian decor was so lazy.
He's wearing his own gi.
But it's a file for me because we start at the beginning with him taking the shitty footage, and I said, this is going to be awful footage. And then they end it with a cartoon.
And they delivered.
Black and white silhouette. You can take that to the bank. It's a file.
Yeah.
I'm on Maze's side in the sense that I think Mark for Death had a better story and a better villain.
Oh, better villain, yes, but not a better story.
But this movie was so much funnier, man.
The coma thing is also hilarious.
The coma thing. You want a little pussy.
The facial hair alone, man.
The facial hair, the house.
Please wake up soon.
Her checking his hog.
The kitten checking his hog.
His ass grabbing. All of it is hilarious, but nothing tops, to me, one of the funniest things in Cinephobe history. O'Mal talking about, I listened to that tape 1,000 times, looking for any cues, any clues,
nothing,
any verbal patterns,
any repeated phrases.
Come on, man. You can't describe it like that, as intentionally as that, and have him not fucking know. I would take that to the bank.
How could you know?
He's worse than Trump. He says it every single time he's in front of a camera or microphone.
Yeah.
You could take that to the bank.
He says that more than Trump says make America great again.
For sure.
100%.
You could take this green sweep to the bank as well. It's a file.
Take that to the bank. Take it to the Discord or social media. Talk Hoops, Darth Amin, Corn Puzzle, Cinephobe Pod, Count the Dings. Give us your phobe or file, Golden Dumpster, Ass On, Ass Off, Five Horsemen, Loose Pinnock, Plot Liftoff, or drop it in the Discord, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Zach, I just realized, looking at my Cinephobe future list, Steven Seagal, all the ones that I listed have now been done.
Wow.
Taking them off the list.
Don't take them off the list. There's a plethora of options.
No, that's it. Everything else doesn't qualify.
That's not true. There's so much that still qualifies.
It's my pick though, right?
Nope.
My pick.
Nope.
Oh.
It's me. So you guys remember when they're smashing in the dojo?
Sure.
After the recovery montage.
How could I forget?
Jog my memory.
Laser down by the fire. And
right before he thinks about his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's a shot of shitload of candles.
Mm-hmm.
Candles are made out of wax. So I'm daisy chaining off of wax to bring back a man that's been gone for over 100 years, a cinephobe, John Travolta's character in From Paris with Love, Charlie Wax.
Zach, you and I...
That's not where I thought you were going.
You and I were same note too, bro. Paris Hilton. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah. House of Wax.
Me too.
Future Cinephobe, by the way. I'm 100% picking that at some point.
Well, daisy chain off of wax again.
Wax off.
Like Becker watching Johnny Carson.
While eating a burrito. Oscar night.
It's been almost 130 episodes since White Man's Burden.
Holy shit.
All them years of the factory, all that time I put in, and I'm the fucking delivery boy.
That's the last time we had Travolta?
Can't believe you guys didn't know that.
Now I guess I'm the ignorant motherfucker.
Now you the ignorant motherfucker.
You the ignorant motherfucker.
You unbelievable, man.
It's on Prime. It's on Tubi. It's on Pluto. It's on Plex. Knock yourselves out.